The iPhone 16e has quickly become one of the most surprising stories in Apple's recent history. Before launch, it looked like a smart move, a fresh, cheaper alternative designed for people who didn't want to spend pro-level money. But as soon as it hit the market, the reactions were far from what Apple expected. Reviewers, analysts, and tech insiders started placing it in the same category as the iPhone 13 mini, the iPhone 16 Plus, and the new iPhone Air. All phones that sounded promising, but struggled to win real-world buyers. And now, before the dust has even settled, a well-known Weibo leaker named Fixed Focus Digital is already shifting the conversation toward what Apple might do with the next model, the iPhone 17e. For years, Apple has been trying to build the perfect mid-range iPhone, a device that sits comfortably between the standard models and the higher-end Pro versions. But almost every attempt has faced the same problem. People don't know where these phones fit. The Mini was too small for most buyers. The Plus models offered big screens but didn't feel like a major upgrade. The iPhone Air sounded like a cool new idea, but early sales have been so weak that Apple is reportedly considering delaying the Air 2 till 2027. All of this makes one thing extremely clear. Finding that sweet spot between price and features is harder than it looks, even for Apple. The iPhone 16e became the latest example of that struggle. According to data from Counterpoint Research, its sales were noticeably lower than older SE models, and the main reason was simple: the price. Apple increased the starting price significantly compared to previous SE versions, and many people immediately felt it wasn't worth the money. In Europe, the phone made up only about 8% of Apple's total sales during its first full month, far below expectations for what was supposed to be the company's new affordable option.
But the situation isn't the same everywhere. Interestingly, CIRP data from the US shows that the 16e actually did better than expected. In fact, it even outsold the SE during the same early launch period. However, this doesn't make the 16e a hit, but it proves that the phone didn't fail across the international markets. Some markets responded better than others, and that gives Apple a tiny bit of hope. By the way, do you think iPhone 16e is a hit? Feel free to share in the comments. You can also join our Instagram channel for exclusive leaks. The link is available in the description. Now, the overall momentum isn't strong enough to guarantee the future success of the entire E series. Many analysts now believe the lineup may be living on borrowed time, and the iPhone 17e could be its final chance to survive. Leaks suggest Apple still plans to release it in spring 2026, even though the iPhone Air 2 has reportedly been pushed back. If the 17e doesn't perform well, Apple may finally shut down this experimental category, just like it did with the Mini line, which might trigger the comeback of iPhone SE series. However, early leaks hint that Apple might give the 17e real upgrades this time, including a newer chip, modern design elements, and possibly features like the dynamic island. After the 16e's rough start, Apple seems ready to fix its mistakes and give the series one final push. So now the whole story comes down to one big question. Will the iPhone 17e revive this struggling lineup? Or will it become the final chapter of Apple's most unpredictable experiment? The answer will become clear in 2026, and this time, the stakes are higher than ever. So, what are your thoughts about the upcoming iPhone 17e? Do you think it will sail better than iPhone 16e? Let us know in the comments below. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.